Welcome to my new language learning platform, Linguapon. I will give you a full tour of what this website offers. To start, we will take a look at the Explore page. We'll choose the language that we're learning if it's supported. We'll set a goal by picking how many words you want to learn. We can manually enter a number here. Right now, there are two different Explore modes. We'll pick the top one. We can pick a proficiency level that match up to how well we know the language, and we can choose a topic for what we want to learn. We can even create our own topic tags, but for now we're just going to choose this one. We can choose a suggestion to translate, and if we wanted to, we can sift through more suggestions. We can also translate any text via the input box, or create our own word lists. For now, let's just choose this suggestion to translate. Let's skip this tutorial. This shows the translation and romanization above each word in the sentence. We can toggle off this word-by-word view and just show the plain translation in a linear view. Notice words are color-coded. The words we learn in white and words we haven't learned are in red. Below each card is a set of buttons. This one allows us to control audio playback speed. This one allows us to play the audio. This one copies to the clipboard. This one opens up the help menu. And if we like this translation, this one can save the whole translation. You can also double click a word to save it. Anything saved will end up in the translation bank that we'll check out in a moment. Alternatively, we can also save words individually from the whole translation. At the bottom there are related suggestions in which we can also flick through. Let's save all the words in this translation and then check out the translation bank page. Here are basically all translations we've saved from Explore, arranged for each language. Before, we saved each word from the single translation card, so this is now what we'll see. In the language panel, there are more buttons. This one flicks between the lean view. This one maximizes or minimizes the panel. Above that is something called collections, which help organize translations onto folders. We have this one already that I want to quickly remove, so let's go ahead and do that. Edit the collection, we'll take out the existing items and go ahead and delete this collection. I'll show you how to make one soon. Clicking on any word opens insights about the word, but we can also directly use this to create more sentences for us with that word. Same as before, we can save words we encounter. Let's save the word camera here. Now accessing the screen. Here it is. To create a new collection, let's hit the New Collection button. We'll give it a name. You can even add a photo if you wish. Now we choose which translations we want to add into the collection. Clicking on the collection filters the translation panel items to show only the words in that collection. Great! We can use the search bar to search for terms across the translation bank. If complete vocabulary lists are more something of a preference, Linguapon offers that too. Let's go back to the Explore page and this time choose the Explore Collections tab at the top. Here it shows ready-made vocabulary lists created by the community. Clicking on a collection will show all of the items in there. Oh, and we can also do something really cool with a word we find interesting here. Clicking on the Magic Wand button creates an example sentence with that word without needing to leave the page. There are a few words we haven't learned here yet, so I'll just save this one. We can use the search bar to quickly find terms in this collection list. Let's see what the Test Me page does. Test Me, as the name suggests, is a quiz system testing our knowledge on vocabulary. Let's choose the translation bank source, pick the language, and optionally pick the collection that we created earlier. Now we'll get quiz on the translations in that collection. This is a quiz card. For starters, we can navigate to settings to control audio playback speed for the audio aid. At any point in time, the quiz session can be exited by clicking on Abandon Session. In certain question cards, you can choose to give up, which marks the answer as incorrect at the expense of showing you the correct answer, but we know the answer, so let's start typing it in. Yay, we got it right! There is a progress indicator at the top that shows us updates when Linguapon tags this word as learned, as well as how much percentage of the way we are towards our goal that we set up at the very beginning. Let's go to the next question and try a couple more. This time we'll take an L and hit give up. This quiz card is a multiple choice, so it's quite straightforward. Let's choose the correct answer here. Okay, now let's go try something else, so let's hit abandon session now. Back on the menu, we'll choose community collections and choose the language, and then we can finally choose one of the community collections that we browsed before. Now all of the questions will test against words in that collection. This is a great way to quickly learn new words and progress towards our goal quicker. Whoa, what's this? Say hi to Jelly, we found a Linguapon character. We'll see Jelly again in a moment. Let's abandon the session now and check out the profile page. The first page is the dashboard, which gives you a breakdown on a lot of things. Here you can view your overall stats, like words learned. Here you can view progress towards our goals. We can switch between different views. Here the goals can be modified. New ones can also be created. Back in the dashboard, we can view this chart and how many words we've learned this week. The words that we recently learned and words that we should really have more practice at. At the bottom left is how many words we learned by language, and at the bottom right is our recently earned Linguapon. In the details screen, we can manage our profile details, including our nickname. In my Linguapon page, we can see our entire collection of Linguapon characters. So cute! Here's a quick look at the settings page. Edit bank settings is quite interesting. There's a setting here that allows us to manage the translation bank by setting how many days after learning a word makes it eligible for cleanup. Let's take a look at this in action. In the translation bank, we're interested in this button with a bin icon. We can click on this and we can see all the learned words that are ready to be cleaned up. Select a few. Okay, let's clean up. Now we can see that all of these items are nicely cleaned up from the translation bank. Quite cool, right? Oh, and also one last thing to share. We can use the share button underneath the collection card that generates a URL. We can share our collections to anybody. All they have to do is access that URL through their web browser. We can also share community collections. Clicking on the button next to the collection card opens the collection in a separate page. The URL of these pages can also be shared to anybody. We hope that Linguapon becomes a great tool for anybody to learn vocabulary with. There will be many new exciting features to come, so stay tuned. Join our Discord community and meet fellow language learners and users. It's the first place to see official updates and news about Linguapon.